there, welcome back. So if you had to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, how would you rate your driving ability? Consider accidents and speeding tickets. You have to weigh in there how distracted you get sometimes. So do you have your number? Okay, so it's not likely that I know how well you drive, but I'm betting I can guess or at least get close to your number. I'm guessing you rated yourself around an 8. How'd I do? So I'm not magic, but I do love me some good brain science. And in a recent study, 70% of people that were asked that question rated themselves an 8, and 90% rated themselves in the above average range. So the odds were really in my favor, even though it's mathematically impossible for everyone to be above average, right? But most of us do have this tendency to think that we're better than we are. The obvious egocentric explanation is that it just makes us feel better about ourselves. But there is something else going on. It's a well-established bias called illusory superiority, or the better than average effect. And it just means that we have this unconscious tendency to think that we're better or smarter than we really are. In a recent study, 94% of professors rated themselves above average relative to their peers. And in another, 32% of employees in a nationwide software company said they performed in the top 1% of all of their colleagues. Let me give you another example. Remember American Idol? Well, check out one singer's audition and her defense of her talent.
Insanity laughs under pressure, we're cracking. Can we give ourselves one more chance? Why can't we give love that one more chance? Why can't we give love? You don't look too pleased, Simon.
It was almost as bad as it can possibly get, Brenna. I mean, the intro in particular, that wine nonsense.
Do you want me to sing something else?
Brenna, I don't want to hear anything more from
Why?
you. Because I just hated the audition.
Why?
Because it's pointless. You're not going to go through to the next round.
I don't understand why you won't give me a chance to
I'll tell you why, because I just heard you sing.
Okay, but I have 10 years of training, so I don't understand.
No, it didn't work, sweetheart.
I have a degree in vocal performance.
All right, Brenna, it's a no, darling.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Is there anything that I can do to improve?
Leave.
Sometimes we are just so confident in our ability when an expert or someone with extensive experience disagrees, we just dismiss their expertise, and we'd rather rely on our own inflated assessment of ourselves. And this is a classic example of the Dunning-Kruger Effect, which is a close cousin to the illusory superiority bias. Dunning-Kruger says people who are incompetent at something are usually unable to recognize their own incompetence. And not only do they fail to recognize their incompetence, but they're also likely to feel overly confident that they're actually competent. This bias actually has a corollary too. Highly competent people often underestimate their ability and assume that tasks that are easy for them are easy for everyone else too. And this is related to the false consensus effect, and basically what that says is, I did well, so everybody else must have done well too. The story behind the Dunning-Kruger effect will blow your mind. It's pretty crazy. So check out my recent blog post for that and a link to a free white paper called 10 Biases at Work and the Workplace. Want to learn more about how the brain works and how to make it work better? Check out my book, Happier Hour with Einstein, and the full-color companion gratitude journal available now on Amazon.